I've got a bit of an issue with the Crossman hollow points. I've got a simple crosshair, and with so many different aim points for the different pellets, it's a bit hard to find out where you've got to actually aim. And unfortunately the impact of the Crossman wasn't recorded. Totally missed with the first shot. It went up there with the second shot. I thought I'd got it more or less in the cross. Then when I actually checked and saw all the other holes from the other pellets, I found I hadn't actually hit the target with this one, so I had to redo it. So the impact for the Crossman's missing. But all the others, they're either close or they're quite a way off. The Bismag is another example. It flew off well over to the right, quite high. And then the next one, it was, well, fairly close. So let's just see how these actually went. The Destroyer, that come in at page 7. The Crossman hollow point, the Acupel and the Logan Penetrator, they all come in at page 69. The Pointed Pellet, that come in at page 73. The Prometheus, that come in at page 83, and it didn't separate from the plastic, so it isn't performing as the makers claim. The JSB, that's done really well. That come in at page 115. Finally, the Bisley Magnum, that come in at page 125. The deepest penetrating out of this test so far. That's the end of the Crossman hollow point for me. I used a phone book for a simple reason. I've done it at 10 yards, now I've done this at 20 yards, and the results are quite different. All the pellets, they've all smashed up, they've all become mangled lumps of lead, and in that respect they are all equal. None of them have retained their shape, none of them have performed in terms of expansion any better or worse than the others, and they're looking pretty well equal. And a big surprise for me is the Logan has actually mushroomed and expanded on the head quite differently to how it's performed before, so that was quite a surprise. Whereas before I thought that was just merely a penetrating pellet and it didn't deform to cause internal damage through shredding, cutting, anything like that. I thought it was down purely to penetration. Now it looks like it would create a large wound channel and would do some serious damage to internal organs by the way it's mushroomed out and giving extra sharp edges to it. So penetration and damage, that's quite good. Well, compared to what it's done in the past anyway. Obviously these lumps of shrapnel, as they cut through meat, tissue, organs, they would do serious damage. So in that respect the Logan hasn't actually performed better than anything else today as a comparison, but as a comparison to what it's done before, I think that's a large improvement. It looks like range improves its performance. Maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. The disappointment to me is a Prometheus. It didn't penetrate as well as I expected. It didn't separate as the makers claimed, and I'm not very happy with it, to be honest. So the choice now seems to be narrowing down what would be a good hunting pellet, and for me, anything that's hollow point and costs more than a standard dome, basic shape and size, I don't think it's worth the extra money. So nice little comparison there. If I was to choose a pellet from any of these, I don't think I'd go for expanding. I'd just go for something that was rather plain and normal. Bearing in mind the cost doesn't necessarily bring you anything better if it's higher.